Hey everyone, Sweet Johnny Cage here, back with another guide for Dark Souls Remastered, and in part 12 of the full playthrough walkthrough, we're going to go through New Londo Ruins and defeat the 4 kings. If you've never joined me for one of these walkthroughs, this is a Let's Play style walkthrough, so I'm recording as I play and as I talk, so it's a bit live. I will cut out any deaths that take too long to recover from, but sometimes they're worth it just because they're funny, or because it allows me to take a different route back that I wasn't able to show you. You may hear a little bit of background noise, and I'm not using a script or anything. Okay, so with that out of the way, show you my character stats. I'm level 58 with 30 vitality, 23 endurance, 16 strength, 30 dex, and I am using a Uchi-Katana plus 10, the Crest shield, the Shadow set, the Hornet ring, and the Ring of Steel protection. All right. Cool. So there's one thing that I want to mention before we get started. I have not spoken to Kingseeker Frampt, and that is for a specific reason. If you never speak to Kingseeker Frampt, and then you complete New Londo Ruins and defeat the 4 kings, another primordial serpent will appear, and that is Darkstalker Kaathe. I think it's Darkstalker Kaathe. It might be Darkwraith Kaathe. I think it's just Darkstalker Kaathe. Anyway, he will appear after you defeat the boss and provide you some alternate lore. And, you know, it's unclear whose motivations are correct, you know, who's telling the truth between Kaathe and Frampt, but getting Kaathe to appear is the only way to join the Darkwraith Covenant, so I want to show you how to do that. Alright, so from Firelink Shrine, we are going to go downstairs, and we're just going to... I'll show you the real way, but you can just kind of walk off that ledge, and this wall will block you. We're going to go down to New Londo Ruins. Something very important to mention is that I defeated Great Wolf Sif in Darkroot Garden in the previous segment of this walkthrough, and doing that awarded me the Covenant of Artorias. And the Covenant of Artorias allows us to traverse the abyss, and that is required in order to even fight 4 kings. So you can clear out New Londo Ruins, you can get up to the boss fog, and you can go through the boss fog, but you cannot fight the boss unless you have the Covenant of Artorias, and it needs to be equipped. It can't just be in your inventory. So you sort of have to fight with a handicap in that you can really only have one ring. You only have one choice of a ring. The other one has to be the Covenant of Artorias. Okay, so what I recommend doing is before getting off the elevator, send it back up, just in case you die. Just easier to get back. Okay, so before we get into New Londo Ruins, we picked up the Enchanted Ember in Darkroot Garden, and we can give it to Rickert of Vinheim over here.
Hang on, is that a sorcery ember? I've never seen one like that. Not even back in Vinheim. What a brilliant flame. Please, friend, let me have that, I am begging you. I am a craftsman of Vinheim. I'd go hollow before I pass him a flame like that.
Okay, so go ahead and give him the Enchanted Ember.
You are wonderful. I will forge a Rickert masterpiece just for you. A weapon to make a legend out of me.
Okay, so now Rickert can create enchanted weapons, or I think large enchanted weapons, something like that. I never really use magic weapons aside to just get the trophy, but he gets those magical embers. Okay. So, New Londo Ruins has a really interesting mechanic, and that is that you must be cursed to fight any of the ghost enemies in the level, or in the area. So, you want to break open this clay pot, and then on this corpse will be transient curses. So, transient curses give you it basically curses you without cutting your health in half and without killing you. And you need to be cursed or using a cursed weapon in order to deal damage to ghosts. The ghosts can damage you, but you cannot damage them unless you are cursed. Okay, so once you get about here, this is when you want to use your first one, because you can see a ghost coming. The transient curses last several minutes. I can't remember exactly how long they last, but they last quite a while. The ghosts deal physical damage, so you can block them. If you're using the Crest shield, you'll be able to block them no problem. Along this ledge here is a Firekeeper soul. However, there are a couple of ghosts that will come out and attack you. So just get into here. This way you can be safe. Oh man, we just got grabbed. This sucks. This is going to deal a ton of damage. Yeah, the grab is rough. Alright. So here's a Firekeeper soul. We will use that in a little while. If you'd like, you can go visit. You can go back to Anastasia, but I'm not going to. Not just yet, at least. Okay, so that Firekeeper soul will boost your Estus Flask another level, likely to +3. Okay. For now, we have to go up this staircase. And, the way you know that you're still cursed is you kind of have this aura around you. Once that aura goes away, you need to use another curse. You can purchase them from a few different vendors. I believe the Moss seller sells them, if I'm not mistaken. What's his face? Homeboy. Oswald the Pardoner sells them as well. But these ghosts have a pretty good drop chance for them as well. You're going to find plenty in New Londo Ruins. But just in case you're having a hard time in here, and if you keep dying or something, don't worry. Okay, so there is a ghost in this little alcove here. I'm trying to kite him out. Here he comes. Okay. And then there is one in the distance there, but a couple are gonna pop up over here. Oh god. Oh boy. Excuse me. Ugh, took care of a lot of them there. You want to try to use big attacks, big sweeping attacks to deal with these guys. More transient curses. These guys also have a chance of dropping a cursed dagger, I think it is, or a cursed blade. And you can upgrade that and just use it to fight them. That blade is always cursed. But I just recommend using a transient curse to use your normal weapon. This lever does not move just yet. That's going to activate a shortcut later on. Okay. So now we're going to go down here. And then sometimes ghosts will pop out of the walls, so you do need to be careful. Yep, there's one right here. You basically just attack the wall or wait for the ghost to come out, like that. Alright, we got a parrying dagger. It's kind of freaky to be in New Londo Ruins and see the ghosts of other players, because sometimes it looks like they are just like these sorts of enemy ghosts. So we're going to come over here, and these red-eye enemies will scream, and if they do that, they can do a bit of AoE, and sometimes that will alert other ghosts in the area to come get you. Okay, so with some more transient curses in tow, see, we already have 7, and I mean, we had 8, or we would have had 8. So we can kick down this ladder. This will give us access to this area more easily. And you can see a ghost up there, so what we're going to do is we're just going to come over here and loot this corpse, and then this ghost should come through there. Sometimes they just stay up there. You got to be kind of careful with that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to climb down this ladder, because there are going to be several ghosts that we can't really reach unless we come down here. So what this shortcut does is it allows us to walk up this staircase and then just fall down here and still be able to get up. Here, I'll actually demonstrate it for you. You can come down here into the water. This is where we found the Firekeeper soul. And we can walk up, go up this staircase, go up this staircase, and then fall down here. So we hop down here, and then we hop down here. Cool, and then we have access to this ladder. So it's an interesting shortcut. It certainly works, but it's not like it's not some crazy elevator, and it's really just like a one-way shortcut kind of deal. You can't just immediately go back up. Okay, so we're down here to kill these ghosts. You want to be very careful when locking on to these ghosts, because sometimes the camera will kind of take you with them. Alright, so what we can do is we can come over here, and we might be able to get back on top of this staircase. No, we cannot. Okay, sorry. Wasn't sure. But that's okay. So our curse just ran out. So, I mean, the other way you can tell is if the transient curse is usable or not. If it's not usable, you're still cursed. If it is usable, the curse has run out. But our aura went away. That's really how we knew. Alright. So we killed a bunch of the ghosts, which makes walking over this bridge a bit easier. And now we have a very difficult section. It's probably the most difficult section of this area. If we look in the distance there, we can see the outside, but there's a big door blocking the way. So our goal is to open that door. In order to open that door, you can see an NPC on this roof. That is Ingward, the Sealer. And we need to speak with him. In order to do that, though, we have to go through this house. And this house is, when I say filled with ghosts, I mean filled with ghosts. So you need to be very, very careful as you traverse. So here's one. And then there are a ton that are just going to kind of start coming out of nowhere. They're going to really come out of the woodwork here. So you got to be careful. I really shouldn't be spamming here. This is like a really, really poor strategy. Oh, God. Yeah. I'm in like an awful, awful place. So try to get out. You can run back up here to try to heal. But again, don't lock on. It's going to be the death of you. If you have a bow and arrow, you can shoot them while cursed. That is one way to go about it. Unfortunately... Oh, God, I thought I blocked that. Sometimes you could block the grab, sometimes you can't. It depends on your angle. That's okay. This actually put us in a good position to take care of these guys. The Jagged Ghost Blade. This is the blade that is always cursed. So if that drops, you could just use that to fight the ghosts. It's pretty weak, though. So it requires a bit of upgrading. Okay, so what we can do... I'm pretty sure that was a player, but I want to come back in here and try to aggro some more ghosts. Yep, there they are. Okay, good. Oh, what? Who's that? Okay. Alright, so that... I don't think that's it, but that should be a lot of them. And in this room is another one of those red-eye ghosts. So I'm going to rush this one, but it's probably going to wind up... Yeah, it's summoning some others, so that's not great. Just try to take care of the ones you can. This is why you want to kill as many as you can that come out in the first room, because most of them spawn in this room. So here comes another one. And I'm just always moving around because I don't want to get grabbed by another ghost. Come on down, there you go. Alright, so with that done, that should be... I don't think that's all of the ghosts, but it should be most of them. So we're going to go up this ladder in the chimney, but be careful because sometimes there are... Yep, there's a ghost right there. They can sort of come out of the walls. But while you're up here talking to Ingward, I'm saying this now, but I'm probably going to be made a liar. The ghosts should not attack you. So let's talk to Ingward.
This is a surprise. I get few visitors. Save for ghosts, you have the Lord Vessel. Very impressive. I know exactly what your intentions are. You seek the four kings whom I guard over. This is the key to the seal. The four kings slumber in the deepest chamber of the ruins. Use this key to break the seal and open the floodgates. Oh, and do not forget, the Darkwraiths reside in a dark void called the Abyss. But the Abyss is no place for ordinary mortals. Although, long ago, the knight Artorias traversed the Abyss. If you can find him and learn from him, the Abyss may prove surmountable.
Okay, so...
The key to the seal is...
Right, so Ingward can break our curse, which is really helpful. If you get cursed in the depths or the Great Hollow or something, you can come here. Obviously, it's a bit of a trek to get to Ingward, but it is possible to have your curse broken for free. You can also purchase transient curses from him, as well as the resist curse magic, so that's very, very helpful. We can also talk to him a bit more.
New Londo was sacrificed to contain the Darkwraiths. Mark my words, the Darkwraiths are the enemies of man and any living thing that has a soul. They were never meant to roam again. New Londo?
Okay, so Ingward is... There's a story here about the sealers. And as Ingward kind of alluded to, New Londo was not always like this. It was flooded and sealed to contain the Abyss and to contain the Darkwraiths. What wound up happening was the other sealers left, and Ingward is the only one here guarding. So what's sad is since we have the Lord Vessel, he knows that we are after the four kings because he knows that we need their Lord Soul. They are one of the 4 Lord Souls that we need. And even though it's 4 kings, they only drop 1. But since he knows we have the Lord Vessel, he gives us the key to the seal so we can drain New Londo ruins. If we return to Ingward after killing 4 kings, and we talk to him, he will thank you for killing them, and then he will move to Firelink Shrine. He's one of the NPCs that a lot of people forget to talk to after they've done something, but he will also move to Firelink Shrine. And one of the interesting things is that he has to go to a shady place in Firelink Shrine because he's been down here in the dark for so long, so the sun bothers his eyes. Okay, so now that we have the key, we can proceed. Don't forget to use another transient curse. And before we drain New Londo, we're going to come down here. We got to clear out the rest of this ghost house. I call these ghost houses like in Super Mario World. Okay, so we come down here, and then there's going to be some more ghosts down this hallway. There's one. Ugh, I want you to come out of the wall, bro. There you go. Oh. I should just let him grab me, this way he comes towards me. Hey, friends. Oh, God. Nope. Thank you. God. Okay. The ghosts do a lot of damage, especially if you're wearing light armor like I am, so I like to stay healed. Loot this corpse for Soul of a Proud Knight. The ghost from upstairs manages to miss us. But now we're going to go the other way. Yeah, see, that's a player ghost, and those always freak me out. At least here in New Londo. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out here. Yeah, I was waiting for him. That's who I've been looking for. Okay, so he's done. Okay, I'm going to come out here, and then this is the way to the seal. Oh, no, this isn't the way to the seal. I think this is just the green Titanite shard. Jump over here. Loot this. Yep, green Titanite shard. Man, I have, like, a brain for remembering all the treasure locations. Okay, so we're going to loot this. And then we're going to come over here. And I'm not going to break the seal just yet. So I'm going to come up here instead. And there's a few things we can do up here. So we're going to come all the way down here. Great. Get some humanity. I feel like there's an illusory wall somewhere here. If not an illusory wall, just a way to leave. Alright. Anyway, I'm going to come onto the roof. And then we can get a treasure that we weren't able to before. The rare Ring of Sacrifice. Always very helpful. Okay, now that we've done that, we can come over here. Yeah, I'm almost positive there's a way out of there. There's an illusory wall. Anyway, I'm going to drop onto this ledge. And kill this ghost. Grab this for the Curse Bite Ring. Alright. And then, where is this inside the house? Why can't I remember? Oh, right, this was the other end of here. Alright, so let's go ahead and open the seal. Actually, let's go up first. This is what I was looking for before. It's not an illusory wall, but you can leave. Okay, and then out here is a composite bow with large arrows. So this here is the Valley of the Drakes. You can see some drakes down there. This is the sort of go-between between Firelink, New Londo Ruins, Blighttown, and Darkroot Basin. So the seal that we are about to break is right under us, and New Londo Ruins is just right on the other side of Valley of the Drakes. So it's really cool world building there. Alright, since Ingward gave us the key, we can use it on this door, and then press this lever and see what happens. Alright, so now that New Londo is drained, we get to explore the underbelly. So what we can do is, since it's drained, we can pull this lever and lift up an elevator. And this elevator will take us to the ground floor. And before I get too deep into New Londo Ruins, I'm going to show you the location of another bonfire. There are no bonfires in New Londo Ruins, but there's one at the top, in Firelink Shrine, and then there's this other one that I'll show you now. So, I mean, this is just really sad. The whole ground floor is just filled with the corpses of the drowned citizens of New Londo. Anyway, there's going to be a Darkwraith here. This is the other kind of enemy in this area. These guys are really quite deadly, and that attack will drain any humanity you have, so you got to be careful. They have this really sick shield that you can get. It's a rare drop, but you can get it. It'd be pretty cool if I got it on my first try here. These guys also drop Titanite chunks, and I think a very, very rare chance of a slab, if I'm not mistaken. We got some drakes here, so let's try to deal with them. They do shoot lightning, which can be quite devastating. Oh, God, I gotta deal with all three. Alright, I'm not gonna fight these drakes. Instead, I'm just gonna run right past them. That's my strategy for today. Just because the lightning is a little bit too much to handle. What we can also do here, this is a little hidden. There's a ladder right here. And hopefully we don't get shot down. Okay, cool. So there's a ladder up here, and this leads to, I think, a ring. If I'm not mistaken. I think this is a ring. Yeah, the red tearstone ring. So the red tearstone ring, I believe, increases damage when our health is low. Boost attack while HP is low, yes. Okay, but now, unfortunately, we have all these dragons to deal with. So I might wind up dying. We'll see. Let me out. Alright. So we're going to run across this bridge. I'm not going to bother with that treasure. I don't think it's anything of consequence. And then we're going to come over here. Try to regain some stamina really fast. We're now in the Valley of the Drakes. We're going to come up this hill. Come over here. And we have this little safe little alcove. And there's an elevator in this alcove. So what we're going to do now is ride this elevator up. And there's going to be a bonfire waiting for us at the top. And I'll take a minute to get some stuff in Valley of the Drakes as well. And I want to show you something else, too. So here's the bonfire. Great. Let's go ahead and level up, spend some souls. I'm going to start putting points into endurance at this stage. Just to kind of get our stamina up. Alright, so we're going to go back to Valley of the Drakes in a second, but first, there's a Black Knight here. And this Black Knight has one of the best weapons in the entire game, the Black Knight Halberd. The Black Knight Halberd is very, very strong. However, it has a low chance of dropping. So what a lot of people will do if they want to do like a quick run through the game, they will... Yeah, blue Titanite chunk. No luck. What a lot of people will do if they want to do a quick run through the game is they will pick the Master Key and they will go through New Londo Ruins. They'll go through New Londo Ruins, go to Valley of the Drakes near the Blighttown shortcut, and then come down here and just try to loot and just kill the Black Knight and try to loot the halberd. It's a really common speedrunning strategy. So the Grass Crest Shield is actually what I came here for. And the Grass Crest Shield is one of a few enchanted shields. So it does not have... It only has 95% physical reduction. And the Crest Shield has... Excuse me, I have hiccups. 80% magic reduction. The Grass Crest Shield only has 42. And it has less durability. But there's a hidden effect. It's not even hidden. It actually tells you in the description. There's an effect on the Grass Crest Shield that will give you a green aura. And this makes it so your stamina replenishes a lot faster. Yeah, see, it goes right back up. This is a really good shield. It's really, really powerful for the boss we're about to face, which is the Four Kings, which is why I wanted it. What I'm also going to do now is I'm going to kindle this bonfire really fast. Just because I want to make sure I have... I want to make sure that I have enough flasks. Usually I have the right of kindling at this point. I don't right now, but I think 4 Kings on new game plus 0. 10 should be fine. Alright, let's go ahead and kindle. I'm out of coffee. Anyway. Thought I still had some left in my cup. Okay, cool. So now that we have 10 flasks, let's go head back to Valley of the Drakes, and then I'm going to attempt to clear it out a bit and get some other stuff. Ride the elevator back down. You're going to get very familiar with this elevator. It's the closest thing to the boss, so just keep that in mind. All right, always send it back up when you're done, just so your return, if you die, your return trip is quicker. Okay, so we're not going to go across the bridge just yet. Instead, I'm going to come over here, and then I'm going to try killing this Drake. I deal decent damage. Cool. All right, yeah, I deal decent damage to these things. That lightning makes them a huge pain. All right, so we come over here, and there's another Drake here. Gotta try to kill. Yeah. Nice. Oh, God. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. They kind of... The lightning... Oh, God, the lightning travels so far. And yeah, sometimes you can take a double... and get a double shot of espresso. Over here, try to avoid it. Okay, yeah, we're good. Oh, I thought you only had one hit left. Take care of this Drake. It's not bad soul farming, you get 1,000 per. It's really not that bad. The thing I really want to show you, though, is this guy over here. So this is an undead dragon, and the undead dragons are pretty sad. And they're not difficult to take down, they just take a little while, so get ready for that. It's not going to do anything as we walk past it, but it is guarding a couple of treasures. So I think this is the one I really want. No. The Sora Straight Sword, yeah, this is the one. And the Dragon Crest Shield, and of course we take a gigantic hit. Alright, so it starts puking this sort of like undead mass. And it can do it in different directions. So the Dragon Crest Shield... Shield of a Nameless Knight, likely a high-ranked Knight of Astora. So Dragon Crest Shield greatly reduces fire damage. There's not many things in the game that deal a lot of fire damage. I guess it would be good for like Quelaag or something, but like I said, there's not much that deals poison or deals fire damage. So for this guy, we basically just want to try to attack his hands, and just do your best to avoid the claw swipe. It will start vomiting in our general direction, so you just kind of want to try to go back and forth. Oh shit. Oh god, get me out of here. Oh god, that's what I was afraid of. Anyway, these are kill once enemies, so we'll try to kill it one more time. Coming up on the Undead Dragon again, after we've woken it up, it will always be awake. And you can see that it's really just sort of like half of a carcass of a dragon. It's missing its feet, that's why it's clinging onto this cliff. It just refuses to die. There's a really sad story about these guys, or not, I shouldn't say it's a sad story, but there's an interesting story about these undead dragons. There's a couple in the game. And that story is that when... Oh my good god, dude. When the artist who originally designed this enemy, when they originally drew it, Miyazaki reportedly told the person that he didn't think that... Basically, he wanted all the enemies of the game to have some sort of dignity or some sort of regality. And he felt like the original design of the undead dragon was just too gory. So he wanted to make it look a lot sadder and sort of give it a, you know, a bit of a purpose. I'm gonna come up here and then try to get around it. And then, I'm actually debating not even killing this thing now that I have my souls back. Try to get in one more time. Ugh. Shouldn't have gone for the third hit. Really shouldn't have done that. As long as I don't mess up this pattern here. Should be okay. We have a couple more hits. Should be it. There we go. There is the undead dragon of the Valley of the Drakes. So we get a dragon scale, which is useful if you're going for that covenant. And it's a kill once enemy, so you'll never see it again. Okay. All right. And just sorry, real quick, I'm always just so blown away by the world building of this game. So this is the bridge that leads into the lower portion of New Londo ruins. This cliff you keep going up in elevation, and you will cross a bridge that I got to before, and that will lead you to the upper part of New Londo ruins. You know, with the elevator back to Firelink. So the world of Dark Souls is built so well. It's honestly crazy, and you know, there's no loading screens. It just it's insane. It's insane. It really is. It's just crazy. I guess like a hit. There is a loading screen between Sen's Fortress and Londo, but that's really it. And Painted World, but Painted World is clearly detached. Oh, God. Oh, it fell off. That's funny. So the drakes sort of can and cannot fly. It's really weird. They can fall off the cliff, but they can also sometimes fly around. It's weird. So this is the Brigand set and the Spider Shield. So that's basically one of the Forest Hunters. It's not the same guy, but that's the set that the person's wearing. The Brigand set is also one of the starting classes, or one of the starting sets that you get in the game. Yeah, come on. Alright, so that's these guys. I'm going to run past these two drakes. You will notice that in more or less every other run that you're going to see me go through here, I am not going to fight these dragons, or these drakes. It's just not worth it in my opinion. I'm going to take the elevator back up just to sort of reset their aggro and try to get them to go away. We'll see if that works. I think they may still be here. No, okay, they're walking out. That's good. At least that one is. We may have to fight one more, but there's a Darkwraith right here. You can just barely see him. I'd rather not fight him. I'd rather not fight a Drake and a Darkwraith at the same time. Okay, great. So they left, so let's go back downstairs. Hope you enjoyed our little detour. He's not coming back, is he? Son of a bitch. So let's come up here. At least get out of the way of the Drake, just in case he does show up. fight this Darkwraith one more time. On New Game Plus 0, if you have a plus 10 weapon, these guys are not hard at all. But you do have to be careful, because they could deal a lot of damage, but they don't have too much health themselves. Okay, so here on the ground floor of New Londo Ruins, this is a pretty interesting area where it's going to feel like you're like adventuring for a long time, but you're really just kind of going in circles. So there is a Darkwraith nearby. Yep, right here. Let's go ahead and try to kite him out. Okay. Oh, God. Messed that up. There we go. Hit him with the parry right in the gut. You actually sort of parry these guys in the nether regions. Or riposte these guys in the nether regions. And then I think there's another one right here. No? No, okay. Cool. Great. Alright, so through this fog wall is a really interesting enemy. I don't know the name of it, but it's this big blob. And this big blob, there's also several Darkwraiths in here, so you do have to be careful. But there's a really big blob that also shoots these like skulls into the air. Oh my god, and has a giant spear like that. So you got to be careful of the big blob. Here it comes. It moves like weirdly fast, so you have to be careful. It'll shoot a spear out of its mouth. It'll also shoot this sludge, and the sludge can get onto you, so you gotta be careful. But you really just gotta pivot back and forth, and it just shot one of these red skulls out of its head. They will explode once they get close to you. The blobs are kill once enemies, though, so it's not it's not something you're gonna run into over and over and over. There are some Darkwraiths in these little cabins here. There's one right here. Come on out. These guys have a long combo. I love their shield. It's so good. It's called the Dark... Okay. It's called the Dark Hand. I believe it's called the Dark Hand. Alright. Darkwraith down. Titanite chunk. So what we can do now is we can activate a shortcut. I believe. It's either on this side or on the other side. Okay. Come over here. Walk along this path. Keep walking along here. Come over here. Come up here. You can also get to here from the other side. And then we're going to walk over here. Open this chest. And get the very large Ember. The very large Ember allows us to upgrade our weapon to plus 15. That's the maximum it goes. So that's basically the final Ember for normal weapon upgrades. Okay. Come over here. And then I hear some footsteps on the ground, which indicates to me that... Oh, God. Somebody just... Oh, my God. Oh, that scared the hell out of me. Somebody just kindled the bonfire, which should indicate to you that we're sort of near one. All right, let's fight this guy over here. Damn. Oh, God. I'm gonna get stabbed. You just gotta wait for their hands to come towards you. That's the deal. I could have sworn there was an elevator over here. Maybe that's further on? Or is it on the ground level here? Yes, it's right here. Okay, so this elevator will go up to the first floor, which it's near that first bridge in the beginning, near the Firekeeper's Soul. You want to be careful, though, because this elevator will put you in really close proximity to a ghost. So you got to be very, very careful. I'm going to... Oof, I was afraid I was going to die. I'm going to take it back down, but this is basically the elevator that brings you back to the top floor. This elevator I don't find to be any faster than going through Valley of the Drakes, so I don't use it. Okay, so picking up a humanity there. We're going to keep pressing on. Go through the other side of the house, and there's a lot of Darkwraiths in this area, but we're actually almost done with New Londo. 2, 3. Oh, yeah, he did the fourth. He didn't do the fourth one before. I thought he wasn't going to do it this time. And I am dead. Okay, so recovering from that death, let's go ahead and grab our souls. Retrieve that, get this Darkwraith to come back out, start messing with them. Oh my god, dude. I can't believe I just did that again. I might be dead. Okay, at least we got the backstab so we can heal. I am going to let you know that I'm running low on Estus Flasks. I really don't ever want to fight the boss with less than maximum if I can help it. So what we're going to wind up doing is we're going to loot. We're going to totally pillage New Londo Ruins, and then we are going to go to the Undead Parish and level up our weapon as high as we can get it. So we'll do that in a little bit. So I just want to check every nook and cranny over here. I don't think there's anything over here, but just want to check. There is an illusory wall, which is in a weird place. So if you come back here, you can see that there is like a path here, but for some reason it's guarded by an illusory wall. I don't know why that is. And that illusory wall, I'm pretty sure, refills, so yeah, it's kind of strange. Anyway, there's a Darkwraith here. We want to take him out. Oof, I thought I messed that up. Okay, take him out. And then he is guarding a chest, which I don't know if this is a slab or not. It might be a Titanite slab. Oh, okay, it's Titanite chunk. I've been down here farming slabs. That's why I always think they're around. Okay. So this just leads back here. Yep. And then we should come over here really quick just to double check. But there is nothing. Okay. So we're going to go up this staircase. And when you do that, you want to use a transient curse because there are ghosts in here. There's ghosts, there is a Darkwraith, and there's another one of these blob enemies. But what we want to do is just go into the house, and then that will cause some ghosts to show up, as well as a Darkwraith, because why wouldn't we have to deal with them? Oh, Jesus. I've probably had 40 HP right there. Alright, so he's down. I believe that there is another ghost in here, but we may not have to deal with him. Oh god, you really don't want to get hit with that sludge. It will slow you down. It's sort of like the wax in Dark Souls 3. So it's really important that you don't get stuck with it. Okay. So the blob is down. Again, it's a kill once enemy, so we will never have to deal with it again. We killed the Darkwraith in here, but I'm pretty sure there's more ghosts. Oh, there's a second Darkwraith. Totally forgot about him. Yeah, I see the other ghost. It's right behind me now. Oh, God! Okay, cool. Darkwraith down. The Darkwraiths are really good for parry practice. If you haven't mastered it by now, this is the time to do it. Alright, there's a chest in this corner that everybody was guarding. I hear ghosts, so that's not good. Another Titanite chunk. And we are now able to access the boss. So this is the boss fog right here, but I'm not going to go to the boss just yet. Instead, what I want to do is aggro out this Darkwraith. Ooh. Please don't dark hand me. Oh, that... Okay. And the reason I'm doing this is because there is going to be a summon sign. If you are human, there will be a summon sign, I believe, right here. And it's for Witch Beatrix. The same witch... It's either there or it's right here. I can't really remember. But it's the same Witch Beatrix that you could have summoned for the Moonlight Butterfly. I really don't recommend summoning Beatrix at all. It's honestly a waste. I know that sounds really harsh, but it is. It's just a waste of time. Okay, so there is another Darkwraith down here that I guess I forgot. And I think he's going to lead me to a treasure. So I'm going to drop down here, just make sure there's only one. Okay, and parry him. Give me a slab. They can also drop their the Dark Hand as well. Yeah, so this guy's gonna lead me to a treasure. Cracked red eye orb. So that should indicate to you that you are getting close to the Darkwraiths when you start finding cracked red eye orbs, because those are used to invade people. Okay, it was just on the other side of this big room. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pretty uncharacteristic, but like I said, I want to make sure we can level up our weapon as high as possible. So I'm going to homeward bone my way out of here, and we are going to warp to the Undead Parish, and then we will come back and fight the boss. Alright. Warp to the Undead Parish, this way we can speak with our good buddy Andre of Astora. And since we got the very large Ember from that chest in New Londo Ruins, we can give it to him and upgrade our weapon. I don't think we'll make it all the way to plus 15. I'd be surprised if we did. I don't think I have enough chunks, but we'll see.
Well, I'll be. That's a brilliant Ember you've got there. For all my years in the trade, that might be the finest. How's about you leave that Ember with me? I'm just an old smith. I'd give my left arm for a gem like that. Well, thank you mightily for that. Now, just leave the rest to me. Andre of Astora gets the job done, you shall see.
Okay, so now we can modify our equipment by coming over this menu and leveling up our Yuchi Katana to plus 11. And then we go to reinforce, and we find our Yuchi Katana. Plus 12, plus 13. Oh, wow, we can actually do it. And a slab to plus 15. So there you go. We now have a plus 15 weapon. That should hopefully make the Four Kings a lot easier. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and warp. And then, unfortunately, we do kind of have to take the long way around. But I'm actually going to show you a shortcut that we can take from here, believe it or not. Yeah. All right, so ignore that, you know, the elevator in New Londo Ruins. Ignore all that. We don't want to bother with that because that's just not a fun. It's not a fun way to go because you got to deal with ghosts. So instead, we're going to come down here, and you know, we killed the prowling demon in the last segment of the walkthrough. But now we are going to go through Darkroot Basin. You can walk through here. Watch out for the demonic foliage. But now since we have a plus 15 weapon, we are just one-shotting these things. And then we're going to take a right here. Okay, I just want to make sure that there was no foliage chasing us. Take a right here, and then we can follow this path down. It's a little windy and a little slippery, so you got to be careful. Take this path down, and we are heading now towards the Hydra, but we are not going to fight the Hydra. Yep, Darkroot Basin. Alright, there's a crystal lizard right here. This is actually the first crystal lizard that we have run into in this playthrough. Let's go ahead and kill that, and then you auto-loot your chunks, and your Twinkling Titanite. I can't believe we were able to get all the way to plus 15. That's so great. Oh, I missed the treasure. It's on this little platform here. I think this is an armor set. Yeah, it's the leather set and a longbow. Okay. Come over here. And then we are now sort of in Hydra territory. But we don't want to fight the Hydra. Instead, we want to get further down. So let's just go this way. And then this is going to lead us near that that Black Knight whose halberd we looted earlier. But he's not going to be there. So come through here. Be wary of Night. And then this is the other side of that bonfire that we got to. And this leads to Valley of the Drakes. So like I said, the way this world is built is just unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. Put a couple more points into endurance, raise our stamina a bit. Okay, so I took a death to a Darkwraith at the very, very end of the path, which stinks. but that's okay. I wound up taking a lot of damage to Dragon, so I would have wasted flasks anyway. Hopefully this run is cleaner. But this is the run to the boss, without killing anything. Right. Go ahead and send the elevator back up. Come out here. And we're gonna run. You want to try to intermittently restore your stamina. Let's go through here. Gonna walk past this guy. And with the shield that we're using, we are able to restore stamina quite quickly. Just run through those drakes. Restore again. Come up here. Don't forget about the Darkwraith. You can kill him if you like. I'm not going to, though. I'm just going to keep running. Okay. Come over here. Don't forget about the Darkwraith right here. And then there will be 2 Darkwraiths in here that will chase us out. One on our right, one on our left. Okay. Restore your stamina here. There's a Darkwraith here. Ignore him. See my bloodstain right here. Recover my 200 souls. 2 Darkwraiths in here and some ghosts. Come over here. Ignore him. And then just run straight through here into the boss fog. Now, going through this fog wall will not automatically activate the boss. So let me just get down to safety. The ghosts will not follow us down here once we get far down. Eventually, the staircase will end. So what we want to do is get to the end of the staircase. You don't have to go all the way down. I'm just doing this for safety. We're going to go down, 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 down. And keep in mind, this was flooded to kind of save New Londo and basically the world. If we were to fall right now, we would die. But if we equip the Covenant of Artorias, we can fall down and land in the Abyss safely. We will not take fall damage. When you land in the Abyss, nothing will happen for several seconds. And then the boss music will start, and then the first boss will appear. This is a sort of horde mode boss fight in a way. You need to kill the bosses very, very quickly as humanly possible. Otherwise, another one will spawn before you kill one. So you can get overwhelmed. That's why having a really strong weapon is highly advised, and having decent stamina and decent health. This is one of the 4 endgame bosses, if you will. So they have a range of attacks. Most of them are physical. However, if you're standing at a distance, they can throw a magic spell at you, and you just want to block it. It will likely drain your stamina, deal a little bit of damage, but if you're far enough away, it's okay. You'll recover from it before they can jump you and slice you. The trick to this fight, not even trick, but just the general strategy, is to stay very close to the boss. This way they don't do that. And you just want to stay near their sword hand, which I believe is their right hand, and then just stay near them and attack in between their attacks. The bosses also have a probability of spinning around and, doing a spin move, and then they will hold their sword up to their chest, and they will start to glow. When that happens, you want to run away. As soon as it starts happening, you want to run away, because they will sort of home in on you as that's going on. And if they do, there's going to be a big AoE explosion that you can get caught in, and it basically one-shots you. I think there's a way to roll through that attack. I'm just not very good at it. But that's sort of the strategy. So we got to kill them quickly. This way we only get one at a time. And then they each have individual health bars that count towards a pool on the bottom, the main boss health bar. And then once you drain the boss health bar, even if it's not the killing blow on one of the kings, it doesn't matter. As long as you drain that boss health bar all the way, the fight ends. Okay, here we go. So with the Covenant of Artorias equipped, we successfully land in the Abyss. And you can see some other players around, and you just want to kind of run in a circle to see where they spawn. There's the first one. So he's likely going to throw a magic attack at us. Yep, there we go. Here's the magic attack. This will home in on you, so I recommend just trying your best to block it. Great. All right. That's a 1-2 style attack. Oh man, we're doing really good damage to this thing. Yeah, we're doing great damage. Ugh. gonna try to heal after I kill it. Which, hopefully I kill it. Okay, so that is the Spin-a-Rooney move that you want to try to avoid, but I was able to... Oof! God, overhead slam. That's rough. Alright, so here's the second one. Do the same thing with this magic attack. Just go in, get hit with it. You got another back and forth. Two-hand your weapon. Oop, two-hand your weapon. Ugh. Ugh. Nice. Oh, I can't believe I got hit with that. I thought I rolled away. This is a grab. Oh, God. When you get grab, mash L1 and R1. Sometimes it will successfully reduce the damage. Oh, damn, I have another king on me. This sucks. This sucks. This is what I meant before by you can get overwhelmed by them. So we gotta try our best to kill this one quick. Okay, so that's that one. Now we have 3, and we gotta try to kill this one really fast before the 4th one shows up, if we can manage to do that. I have a feeling the 4th one might already be behind me. It's generally pretty hard to tell. No, we still just have this one to contend with. I think the 4th one just spawned, though. Okay. Cool, got him. Let's just bring up our shield here. Wait for the 4th one to spawn. There he is. He spawned right on top of the 3rd one. Alright, so we are going to kill the boss before we kill this king. I think. Oh god, I shouldn't have rolled right there. That was a weird move. Ugh, here's that grab again. Keep mashing L1, R1, L1, R1. It'll reduce the damage. At least it does for the mimics. Alright, so there's a 5th king. It's crazy. I'm just going to brute force this. There we go. I think that was the 5th king. Anyway, once you deplete the health bar, it's over. Okay, so like I said before, if you kill the 4 kings before ever talking to Frampt, you get another primordial serpent to appear here. This will only happen if you never speak with Frampt. If you speak with Frampt ever, this guy will not appear. So we want to join the Darkwraiths, otherwise he will go away. So let's see what he has to say.
Greetings, undead warrior. I am the primordial serpent, Darkstalker Kaathe. I can guide thee and illuminate the truth. The truth I shall share without sentiment. After the advent of fire, the ancient lords found the 3 souls, but your progenitor found a 4th, unique soul, the Dark Soul. Your ancestor claimed the Dark Soul and waited for fire to subside. And soon the flames did fade, and only dark remained. Thus began the Age of Men, the Age of Dark. However, Lord Gwyn trembled at the dark, clinging to his Age of Fire, and in dire fear of humans, and the Dark Lord who would one day be born amongst them. Lord Gwyn resisted the course of nature by sacrificing himself to link the fire and commanding his children to shepherd the humans. Gwyn has blurred your past to prevent the birth of the Dark Lord. I am the primordial serpent. I seek to right the wrongs of the past, to discover our true Lord. But the other serpent, Frampt, lost his sense and befriended Lord Gwyn. Undead warrior, we stand at a crossroads. Only I know the truth about your fate. You must destroy the fading Lord Gwyn, who has coddled fire and resisted nature, and become the 4th Lord, so that you may usher in an age of dark. Very well. I shall now guide you to Gwyn's prison. Be still, and trust thine flesh to me.
Okay, so what happens from here on out is mostly the same, whether or not you spoke to Frampt or Kaathe. Kaathe does drop you off in the Lord Vessel chamber in a different matter. They both swallow you, they both bring you down here, but yeah, pretty interesting.
This is Gwyn's prison. Now, place the Lord Vessel upon the altar.
He was carrying around that in his pocket the entire time, that giant bowl. Alright, so now that we have placed the Lord Vessel, we now have access to the rest of the areas of the game. The gold fog walls that you saw disappear are in Tomb of the Giant, they are in Demon Ruins, and they are also in Anor Londo, and they lead to just an inner sanctum of the Tomb of the Giant that leads to Gravelord Nito, one of the lords. The one in Demon Ruins leads to Lost Izalith, which then leads to the Bed of Chaos, which is everybody's favorite boss. And then the final one goes from Anor Londo to Duke's Archive, which leads to Seath the Scaleless, the final lord. So let's talk to Kaathe one more time, see what he has to say.
Very well. Once the vessel is filled with souls, the gate to Gwyn shall open. Seek Gravelord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, and the traitor, Seath the Scaleless. Fill this vessel with their souls, then the gate will open, so that you may kill Gwyn. Are you ready? Then let us return to the Abyss. Entrust thine flesh to me. If you wish, I shall grant the art of life drain, the legendary power of the Dark Lord. It can preserve your humanity while undead, and cast off the shackles placed upon your brethren.
Okay, so now we have joined the Darkwraith Covenant, which allows us to use the Dark Hand ability. I think we could have used it anyway, but basically allows us to drain humanity out of enemies. It's the same ability, the same glowing red hand ability that the Darkwraiths in New Londo Ruins were using on us. So this is the Darkwraith Covenant. It is hidden. This is the only way to enter, is to never speak to Frampt, then go kill the 4 kings and speak to Kaathe. Only way to do it. So it's pretty hidden. So don't forget to light the bonfire down here. This is a bonfire that you can warp back to, of course, to speak with Kaathe. He is your Covenant Keeper. In case you want to, level up the Covenant or whatever, you can go ahead and do that. Speaking of leveling up, let's go ahead and level up our stats here, and then let us warp to Firelink Shrine. because we recovered a Firekeeper soul that we never used to power up our Estus flask, so we want to do that. And to do that, we speak with Anastasia of Astora down here. She will reinforce our flask for us. Right here. Okay, so now we have a +3 Estus flask. And I will show you what happens, since we have spoken to Kaathe, I'll show you what happens when we try to talk to Frampt. It's a little sad. Here we go.
You sorry fool. You could not be the chosen one. Enough. I shall slumber until I am awakened again.
So there you go. I'm not sure if this works. Okay, so this does work. We can use this to fall back down to the Firelink altar if we like. You can always warp to Firelink altar. You don't have to take this path, but this is one way to do it. Basically, what should normally happen is Frampt would take you to Firelink altar if he needed. But that's okay. This basically acts as a bonfire right here, and we can offer souls to the Lord Vessel. And since we got the Four Kings soul, we can use that, and that will sort of kindle this bonfire in a way. Okay, and we don't have any more. Yeah, okay, so we don't have any more Lord Souls to offer. We should definitely repair our equipment, though. And that will do it for this section of the walkthrough. In the next section, we are going to return to Blighttown, and I'm going to take you through the Great Hollow, which is a hidden area in Dark Souls. It does not have a boss, but getting to that bonfire will be the end, and it's also the location of another covenant. The reason I'm doing that is because there is a very important pyromancy in the swamp of Blighttown that I want to... It's poison mist, and that will allow us to rescue Solaire. So I want to make sure I get that before bringing you into the Demon Ruins. So for the next segment, segment 13, we will do the Great Hollow. And that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Dark Souls Remastered, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, and as always, I'll be Johnny Cage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.